So hi, it's my second time like trying to make this video because first time I was bombarded with my sister. So hi, welcome to another video. And if you don't know, hi, it's Sonali. And yes, that's it. Yeah, that's it. That's it for the intro. But the best part right now, right here, is that I am just 4 days away from my birthday, and it's my 23rd birthday. I was actually going through a lot this past couple of few months, and I think it was just like how to say, episodes of a season which I never really invited, but it just happened. And I don't know how to explain this, but it went by so fast. I don't even know how it happened, but exactly a year ago I came to this home. Like, it's obviously my parents' home, but a year ago, feeling so under the rock. I lost my job. I maybe like lost my job. I lost my dignity. I lost my friends. I lost my whole purpose, and I was just like, what am I? So this whole year, I was just trying to find myself through ways and ways of ways you can imagine. So I tried journaling, I tried reading, I tried cooking, I tried every other possible way I have thought I can understand myself better. But I think what I am today right now is a mixture of all this. Why I first of all wanted to actually know what I am, because I had this really broader perspective of what I want and what I don't want. But I was just so much struggling because I knew exactly what I want, but my whole idea of who I am today was so like tangled up, and I was so not comfortable, and I was always in rush. Like, I just like wanted to be, what, I'm gonna get better, but doing the exact same thing. Let me be honest, I've done nothing except accepting. I know it sounds very not good. Like, it just sounds like, so now that doesn't make any sense, but it does. Because to me, a person who was so impatient a year ago, today I'm also not. I got anger, I got patience and everything. But I no longer serve anger to the people who no longer serve me. I no longer complain to the people who I know that will never ever understand it. I have finally cut it off people when it comes to people. I have finally chose to live certain way because I wanted to. I took a whole year break, exactly an year break, according to my documents, to actually be here, standing tall and firm. Even the days where I just felt like, oh, I'm gonna die. The worst thing can happen to me, it's gonna die. But trust me, what's best are happening. I'm actually on my way an hour after I'm gonna go and write one exam. Everything goes well, so I'm gonna get the job. Yes, but it's not just the job I wanted, it was a mix. And never in my life, even I got the job, even I had everything around, I never really tried to be grateful. But this whole year I tried and went through the phases to understand that it does make sense. Like, his timing is so true. Like, it just really makes sense. So obviously there were stages. Obviously there was me who was writing like future later. And let me be honest, few of the things really didn't happen. But I'm still like finger crossed that it has happened. But few of the things which I felt like, oh, will that happen? Did happen. So, like, let's just say there was one headphones I really wrote that I wanted that before my birthday. I got it. My sister gifted it, and I didn't even just like told him that, oh, I want this. It just happened because I wanted that, and it just happened through her. Another, there was a great and day bracelet stack. I'm not wearing it, but in later video you might see it, and I'm gonna wear it obviously. But it also happened because I wanted that as well. But now the bestest part, which I believe whatever happened, is that I never for once did anything for this whole entire year which I don't really wanted. Like, from my heart, I knew I wanted to create video. I wanted to live peacefully. I wanted not to wake up through a 9 a.m. rush, 9 to 5, is not my cliche, because that was so toxic for me, because there was no work-life balance, there were no weekends, there were nothing. And to the point, even when I was struggling, I had this one time where I kind of thought maybe it was my mistake, maybe I wasn't a good employer, for that XYZ company. But that only time, my sister, who is aka my like mother at this point of time, and my sisters and my family members, they actually do nothing or thickness or thinness, like how the saying goes. She immediately said that, because that was a toxic place. Even before I could like tell that maybe I am just feeling like I wasn't a good person, but it was just meant to happen. Now I just look back, I have zero regrets leaving that job. Even just maybe the money factor works, but it wasn't even there, because I didn't even ever receive my full stipend yet till date. So that's a complaint. But yeah, you understand the gist. Second was like, I realized that no one cares, like nobody cares. I remember the time where I was kind of phone calling one two people in my life who I have stood by through their wars. I have listened to their breakup stories, their traumas and everything, like everything. And that day, immediately two of my greatest people, I just thought that 2025 is gonna be good because I got them, decided to say some few things. And yeah, I had to make a hard decision, which was to let go. And I let go. I came to Delhi and with an aspiration that okay, I can meet two people in my life, but came with zero people, came back with zero people. So it was such a degrade. But now I look back, I feel like that was such a boom. That was meant to happen again, because it was just like running in circles. I actually remember I found an old journal of me. Now I have found new another one. But I found an old journal, and the very first moment was from September 2022, where I actually wrote that I'm so done with people. I'm so done, like people not serving me well. I'm so done with people not actually being there for me when I need them the most. And I just wish that something inside me changes and I just be so peaceful. Today I woke up. Now you won't believe, yesterday, a day before yesterday, I've been waking up around 5:30 to 6:30, and every single time I'm actually going upstairs and going at our rooftop. And yesterday I saw this beautiful sunrise happening. Like very, when I say sunrise, I mean like there are like fragments, vibrance of colors and everything, and it just rose, and something inside of me rose as well. Like I literally felt that, oh, now it's the season which I was waiting for. Like it's my blooming season now. I remember when I celebrated my 22nd birthday here in this room right here corner. My younger sister, she's such a sweetheart. And I think when I say family got you, or the people you will realize that only got you are your blood relations, or even the people who like you will realize your tribe. Okay, she really decorated this area right here, like very beautifully, the both themes and everything. And I remember like that time of my life, I really wanted to hide. I really wanted to, like just hide. That's why I never uploaded a full face mirror of me. Even throughout this whole year, I haven't uploaded a full, glam, because obviously there were a lot of insecurity. My body was insecure, my family was insecurity, like how I'm gonna come up, like the relatives were insecurity, the job was insecurity. Like every single time throughout this whole year, one thing I've experienced was what I was doing is that the moment I'm sitting with someone with 5 more minutes, I know instantly what they are gonna come for me for. Like when you're getting the job, what are your next plans and everything. Like sometimes I have really woke up and tried, like get me a job in 24 hours to actually letting go, because I knew deep down. And I actually got this whole idea in June of 2025 only, when I was done. I made a long long form video in one of my sister's apartment, saying that I no longer want to play this two role or dual role, trying to be a good daughter, someone's perspective of what Sonali is. I really want to live to my perspective. It's gonna be raw, it's gonna be ugly, it's gonna be too much work or hard work or consistency. But I will be consistent because I love it. Even if I do for 5 minutes of my life, I feel so good. I'm not gonna lie. Yesterday, I just went to this balcony and I sat there and I literally journaled, and it felt instantly good. I'm not gonna say that whole day was instant. Like whole day felt like, oh, that was such a great relief. But the moment, the relaxation, the meditative part was so good. So that's when I also had this one conversation with my sister as well, where I just told her that maybe 9 to 5 is not for me. Maybe the toxic, the work-life balance I desire, the company I want to work for. I don't want to work for any other things. And now you can feel me, it's well, that's so delusional coming from someone who is just like an ear gap, maybe not fit for a lot of role out there. But I'm fit for the role I want, and that's it. Because I know when Rakul Preet said that knowing less is so good sometimes, because I don't know about other things. I don't know about 150 companies I want to work for. I just know two or one company, and especially one company, because obviously if I work for that company, doors will open automatically. If it had to happen, it would have happened, right? But if it's happening right now, then I'm gonna be excited. I'm gonna be trustworthy. If this is gonna happen, I'm beyond expectations because I'm actually doing something chill out. It's not about the people, it's not about everything. I can literally make some random videos and you maybe gonna see it, maybe you're not. But I did my part of uploading it or just like making it, uploading it and keeping it there. I don't care how I associate. I don't care. And that's the so something which had me cooked because constantly I have this habit of telling it in the process and also having XYZ person beside me when I'm doing it. Like when I'm doing it, they're beside you. But never like when it's done, I am like, because I did my part, right? So I hope you understand that part as well. I have been so how do I explain, lift up emotions lately, but today was such a great day because I don't know what had me inside me, but I decided to make this video and some random videos because I have a few random videos which are coming up, and I believe that the consistency beats the key because I know for the fact that the whole hair wind down is that I was such an inconsistent person. That's why I thought that everything bad is happening to me. It's okay. Because I don't even bring out the good for me. And that's so not level because if you're journaling, maybe you're not that good. If you're dieting or exercising, maybe you're not that good. But the way you talk to yourself, the way you stand up for yourself, and the way you see that, oh, this is not what I want, this is what I want, then you're that girl. Maybe the aesthetics of all pink doesn't suit you. Maybe the aesthetics of loose t-shirts, baggy clothes, streetwear styles, this nails, those nails doesn't suit you. Or maybe the way you talk, maybe you're not that girl even after that. If you're not someone who have suffered some level of insecurity, who have fought her own battles, who's seen the darkest and gloomiest, the not so dead days, because obviously you are not dead today, or like for today, because you survived those, because you had that much power within you. And why I am making it like a bold statement, why it's so much required to hear by someone, because throughout this whole year, I had some days where I actually don't want to wake up from the bed. Because it wasn't just a break up with friends, it wasn't just, unemployment, it wasn't just thing, but it was just how fucked up your brain gets if you don't think good about yourself. How ugly mindsets you get, how calculative and manipulative one could tell you to be, or how worst needy person you become. Those are the scary parts. It's never about the recognition, it's never about the I don't know part. It's always about I know I'm capable of this and I am doing not even the bare minimum. And that gap literally shows. That gap really burns something define you inside you, and you know this XYZ something defining you, but you are just like, mm, it's not happening today, so it's will never happen. Why? I mean, every day is a new day. So maybe that. Also, uh, since I am like 3.5 days, almost 20, and I've did a lot of things for my day to get special. I don't know because I am actually gonna get my periods or not. It's gonna be sad if I get mine because you know the period blood and everything. It's just sometimes disgusts me. It doesn't disgust me, but it's just like the you and everything, the mood swings are swinging and everything. But I had such a grateful week this past week. I had so much fun. Like this whole week today, this weekend, because almost we are on weekend, it's Friday, and this whole week has been the greatest week of this whole year, the highlights, because I got a lot of gifts. I'm not gonna get you, I'm gonna show you for the video, but I really got a lots of gifts. But also time to time I realized that how grateful I am, because I was in the begging stage. I asked literally others to actually, I was begging people to actually uh, treat me well, treat me right. There are XYZ person in my life who are ready to do it for free. Like I never say that treat me right, but they're like, hey, why? We're gonna treat you right, or I'm gonna treat you right. And that's so many fun. I have literally hugged a lot of people this week that I've never hugged in my whole entire life. Like I've literally hugged, I've danced my way out on Diwali. I actually wore something on Diwali which I never really thought I would wear, but I was looking meh, but I was looking good. I was looking good. Okay. And also, I got myself a mirror in my washroom, which was such a plus on because I really want to see myself. I remember very finally this once time where I felt so insecure and so heavy in my body. And I'm saying this because I've never in my life have been obese or overweight. But the 5 years of 2020 to 2025 having my weight gain has been this or maybe stagnant here, because I'm always in a 75 to 80 kind of weight ratio. I'm being very blunt and honest because obviously it's my life, I'm sharing it. So you do you, but I'm always in stagnant there, and I'm short. Like I'm 5'4", 5'5", kind of short, and it shows on my face, on my body, and I felt so ugly because there was a time like what happens when you like I go out from the bathroom to my room because it's an attached one. Okay, so when I open the like gate, there's a full length mirror which used to be there, now it's there. Okay, but there was a full length mirror and I used to see my reflection because obviously I'm all alone, I can see my whole body. I used to be like like very like this body, like very busty. I used to look, and I'm a busty person as well. But there was a time where I actually started recording videos, and I kind of find myself so attractive when I talk. I don't know if you can't see it, but I love myself when I talk. And every single time I used to see, I used to actually, like, how do I explain this? Like, I used to like run away from my reflection because I used to be like, oh, that's not me. I hate myself and everything. And I know it's so bad. I know you're gonna be like, sorry, why would you do it? Because you have got a life, man. But I did it, and that is the so much fun. And then I remember this one quote where Kendall or someone said, right, that I have my picture of my old self. And I look at my old pictures, like I'm so in awe. Like I look at my father's pictures, the moments, and I'm, like, you actually have this nostalgia about, and you never hate the memories, but you're hating something right here at present. So that's gonna be memory from your future, and that hurt me. That broke me inside. And it didn't matter. It didn't even matter that who said me, I love you, I like your smile, I like how you talk. Maybe your family member said how smart you are, you're a good daughter or not. Nothing mattered, because if you are not able to see your own reflection, why would you care like about other people? Because 24 into 7 you're telling yourself that. And when I say thoughts does speak, they do. Like, I don't care about the manifestation, I don't care about XYZ rules, but what you feed here will come out here. As simple as that. So when I did that, I was just like so not ready. But when I went to Delhi, I did something experiments. I started cooking. I started uploading videos, but I had this fear that other people gonna judge. My friends gonna think it's cringe. But it was me who said all year college that I don't want to do a job. That's so tacky. But I still had this fear of judging, because I was seeing myself thinking in the long way that maybe it's hard for me. But I still did that. But my thoughts are still way back there. I'm still uploading today video, but if I go to that Sonali who randomly in 2020 found out what it girls are, what YouTube is, she's gonna feel so bad, because I'm actually way ahead of her. I'm 5 years ahead, but I'm still making one video, which she thought that was cool back then. But I thought that XYZ person of my life who never knew why she thought that will think that is cringe. Let that sink in, because it took me a whole year to realize that. And it's not about just like, oh, I know myself better, but it's always about that. If I get a 3 a.m. thoughts, if I'm giggling about something, if I'm excited about something, if I have too much to talk about it, it means that I want to do it. And it's just I want to do it. It's like going for a therapy is your choice. It's like going for a marriage is your choice. But doing a content creation, standing up for yourself, making some silly videos, and I don't find them silly, because I find them was a vision back then. She didn't even knew. She took whole 5 years. She did her bachelor's engineering. She tried, like going for a job, hunting and everything. But she knew her heart wasn't there. And she knew that she needed some time. And she knows that she will get a job, because you can, like, obviously I will book something not in India but outside of India, maybe in South Korea, maybe in China, maybe in Japan, maybe anywhere, maybe UK, maybe the Google London. Who cares? Like, I will get a job there as well. But that's not the crazy part. The crazy part is I'm excited about something today, and I'm thinking that because XYZ person thinks, or because I think, or they think, because they haven't said it right in front of me, I think. So that's so fucked up, because that's how the mind tries to, like, procrastinate you and say that you're not required to do it, you're smart, because you are so comfortable with what's happening. But I think it's too much. That's why I sought out the mirror, because I see my reflection every single time. Because obviously bathroom break is essential. Every single I'll wake up, wash my face and everything. And also for the content part, I also get it, because maybe wrapping some shoots, like something. If there's a washroom in a mirror, like there should be a washroom. There should be a mirror in a washroom. So yeah, that helps. Another thing is, like, obviously at 23 graphic day, I'm not gonna go through all the gifts, but these are little things, because that makes me sure that I was so much waiting for this, my birthday, all year around. And I know maybe some of you don't celebrate your birthday, maybe you have your desires, but I always celebrate it, and I will always celebrate it. But then, oh, if that it didn't broke me whole year around, the things I thought will break me down, it never really mattered to me, those. And thank goodness they actually are not in my life. It's so much pleasant here, because I was meant to be here. I'm celebrating with my people, because the whole year around they waited and they arrived at the time of my birthday. The crazy thing to the nicest thing, it's all happening because maybe I watched for the nicest things, but crazy came in package. So it's all about if I'm able to grab it, grabs the wrongs and accept the wrongs. So obviously I'm gonna go for the rights because the table does turn. The time is there. There's always 50-50 things. And the pain and the suffering is in one hand. So the gloomy and the rainy days are there. So the brighter days are there. I watched the sunrise, meaning that I actually watch myself to be a morning person. I watch myself to go and start doing the workout and doing it in a consistent manner. And yeah, one thing I realized about myself that I'm such a distracted genius. Why I say myself genius? Because I cracked the code of me getting to work when no one in my family could, or no one in my whole entire I know could do it. Because I know what it does takes me to go for a work, a walk, a workout, or even anything. So I cracked the code of me. So there's like I saw someone who said that if you know 100% about yourself, don't let anyone define who you are. Because at this point of time, you should exactly know what you are, like what you are as a person. And I can vouch when I say this that I can go lengths talking about myself, and later on I could not. My craziest take is that when someone asks me, tell me about yourself in any job interview, I can go lengths. I'm that girl. It's one real, and maybe I just feel so happy saying this because I never know I could not vouch. I just was like, run. And today I can talk about myself. Like this 26 minutes, I just didn't talk about me, not about the other person. Like maybe one or two times, but I talked about myself, and it's just good. Like I feel instantly good. Yeah, it's a pre-birthday tour video for me. And I think I'll watch it when I turn 24, when I 25, maybe in 10 years from here. And I think maybe it's the same not place. Maybe I wish it's from the place I belong to. It's with the people and how grateful and how proud I'll be to just be there and just watch this whole attire, the outfit, the body, the glow, the work. I'm so curious of what I'll be in the future because if you ask me what I wanna be a good person inside out. I wanna be someone who whenever she walks in a room, she knows her style, she knows her people, she knows her voice, she knows that she's beauty, she knows that her confidence is her attire and her own jewelry. She should have a word of gesture. She should know when to ask for help and say sorry. A well grown, nice, kind. I don't know, I have this thing for kindness. Whenever I feel myself, like maybe God do it, maybe any way possible, if I ever become the version I ever imagined in my head, I always think that I am always gonna be someone who's gonna love by many. I don't know why. I know it's gonna be but what my craziest desire is the one time I happened to celebrate my birthday, there were billions of people calling out my name and saying that happy birthday to Nani. There were fireworks, this whole thing, the whole stadium. So unreal. That's one desire. And I know it's gonna sound so crooked, but it's gonna happen, and nothing escapes you if it's meant for you. So yeah. But right now I think most of the thoughts happen in a pre-planned, it's in a pipeline way. But the three desires which I really want to bring up is an app. I really want to get an app. Second thing is actually making millions because I want to be a millionaire. That's it. And third and the most important thing is that I really want to be someone who really looks at this video and says that, girl, I love you. And I love how you can talk about yourself for the next 30 minutes. And yeah, that was the 30 minutes. And happy birthday to me in advance. Happy 23rd birthday to me in advance. I wish to have all the 23 things, but if I had really run down on the 23 grateful thing to this of my life has to be life. I'm so happy that I chose to live even after the deadliest nights or the days of my life. The life to tell the story of my life, because I know there's too much to add on. I know there has been too much to add on, but still I'm here. Third, the life to live and live with love. I chose to love myself to the days where I wanted to hurt myself. To the gifts, I'm so grateful for the gifts I get in the words, maybe in the gesture, maybe in the food, maybe the work, maybe the whole sunlight. What are the odds of me having everything in one plate? Because it's so unreal. But the spirituality, I am so happy that this whole year taught me the power of God and me. The connection is so unreal. Sixth has to be my whole personality and doing these little things lately, just buying myself a mirror or buy myself clothes even when I know that no one's gonna see me, but it's for me. Seventh has to be the writing all the journals, the manifestation, the letters, because I believed somewhere that I deserve very good things, and maybe spiraling on my own thoughts wasn't ruining me. Eighth, cutting off people abruptly with no future scope. I am not at all sorry for exactly removing XYZ people from my life, because I know that I did my part of good person there, but it was ruining me and it was ruining their mental peace as well. So, a win is a win, man. Ninth has to be, okay, the good people vibe. This whole week has been amazing because I was getting food, I was vibing, I was thriving, I was celebrating with zero people saying something bullshit, and even if they did, I didn't went back. 10th is telling this one code very clear that I know, but I love myself more. I respect myself more. That's the way. 11th has to be the calendar thing. I started doing this calendar thing way earlier, where I was just like, you know, following the calendars, marking my days, my birthdays or XYZ days. I remembered a few people's birthday, but they didn't even went for it because I knew that it would lead to some insecure days of me and it would be spiraling again. So I did the calendar thing, even the marks were there with the things there. But I believe in the science and science about it. So yeah. 12th has to be the goods are never leave you, should never leave you. I know I'm a good person inside out today because I had those days where I just wanted to not be good to some people, but still did my part of being a good person, because I think at the end of the day, what I expect for any other person out there, or maybe someone who have done anything bad to people, is just like, what are the chances of you being good? And you don't have to, and any other one has to not go through all this whole sets of, mental rewiring things. So yeah, be little good to people. 13th, the ideal dream. I know exactly the time where I just like knew that I want to dream about this and I started doing it. 14th, waking up and choosing breakfast or feeding myself. I'm so grateful that I get the food, I get the desires and everything. 15, I know it's, I just forgot. 15 has to be like how easy for me it is to today also work out and do not think I can just literally swap it, but I'm struggling to kind of keep the trend happening. So this shows that I'm committed. and I'm committed, I'm committed. 16 has the important way because 16 was the birthday where I actually thought that I had this new era, and whenever I imagine myself going whole length, I have done so good to so people, but in my heart I was felt like, oh, I was a bad person because XYZ person thought it, or maybe I thought it, but I'm a good person. So I'll say it again and again. The 16-year-old me, you're a good person. I love you. 26-year-old me, you are a good person. I love you. 36-year-old me, you are a good person. I love you. 8-year-old me, you are a good person. I love you. 46-year-old me, you are a good person. You're 56, you are a good person. I love you. 66, you are an amazing person. I love you. 76, you led a very good life, man. So you are going. And 86, if you're saying this, man, good person. Right there. Like, man. 17, there's nothing like a good play, a good dance routine, good video. So remember, I love dancing. If anyone says how 18 thinking about the collaborations and brands and everything, because in my head I will go like, what? But if it's happening and it will happen, I'll be like, hey, I thought about it. We talked about this earlier. Deja vu. 19. Oh, 19 was the year where I actually felt everything went. Like I was just, in some zen. But I'm so thankful to survive. 20 is a year where I chose to be in a denial of presence and be so restrict of myself. But I'm so happy that I'm so grateful that I started to flow like a water. Like everything is just like flowing. 21 has to be hands down my year. 21 is the day where I don't actually like remember and remembers and don't even want to remember. So it's like a mix of things. But I think 21-year-old me or 21th wish or the gratefulness is that I still have this crazy dream to be the number one superstar the world has ever seen. 20, oh sorry. 18, 21, okay, 22, man. Okay, 22, oh my god, you don't have to like hide, man. You did nothing wrong, nothing. Job, nowhere cares, because everyone's gonna die. Or even best one is that you are still alive to write your own story. So go for it. 23, I don't know how, but I feel so grateful to have you, seeing you in this video, being alive, being happy, and just maybe little pray. I pray. 24th, a bonus wish is that let's tell our story. Let's be good. Let's be a superstar. And I know you want it. I know you'll get it because you are asking for it. You are worth it for it. And once for all, I'll say it again and again and again that you are my number one fan and I am your number one supporter. So I love you.